I ended up playing with Lord Radio, and I remember this stayed with me for years. One night, playing at the then Holiday Inn, we are on stage playing, and Lord Radio walks in a bright yellow suit, comes on stage to do his performance of his show, and he looks around first and he quarrels about his stand not being straight on the bandstand. You know what I'm talking about. And then he started to sing. He clears his throat and he points down like this. He says Yellow Bird and starts to sing Yellow Bird without hearing a key, chord, or anything. Now, meanwhile, the fellas in the band were giggling. I wasn't too sure why they were giggling, but I guess the joke was on me. Because after he would have done his two verses and chorus and that type of thing, he looks at me and he hands it over to me. Well, I can tell you, Yellow Bird is what we call a hotel song, but it's a technical song to play otherwise. So the normal key would have been F. So when he did like this, cleared his throat, he meant he's going to do it in E flat. Just started singing. Well, I made a total mess of the melody. And worse, of the solo. And the guys in the band laughing more and more. I see it when the band members right in the back there, the bass player, he would attest to that. They were all laughing at me. Laura comes off, he walks off, and he says, he looks at me and smiles. And he said, "You thought you could play, eh? You only learned to play like in my band." I never forgot that. But here's my last before I finish. Laura fired me a few weeks after that. Not for playing or anything, but for not lifting equipment. Now, I thought that I don't want to lift any equipment with these hands. He said there was no stars in his band, and there's a man in the band that thinks he's a star, there's no stars in his band, and he fired me. All right, but he calls me up 3 weeks after, and he said, "Ricky, why you don't put together your own band? You don't need me. I will sort you out with equipment." I said, "All right, I'll think about it." And about 2-3 weeks after that, I got some guys together, put my own band together, and I called our radio, and he said, "All right, I'll get Arthur to set you up and pick you down. What equipment you need, let Arthur know." Arthur's right there, his son, and I'll sort you out. So Arthur would provide the transportation for equipment to any hotel that I'm playing. I had 3 at that time. He would set it up. I would go and play. You talk about a bass amp, PA system, the tube, speakers, drums, guitar amp, anything you want. And then when you finish playing, he would pick the equipment down and take it back for $150 a night. Now, my recollection tells me that back then, transportation alone was close to 100 and change. So I got a lot to thank this man here for. And in actual fact, I was driving with Arthur only about 6 months ago. We were doing something. And I told Arthur, I still want to give Lord Radio $100,000. You remember that, Arthur? He's right there, look. I told my wife that when I get my hands on some real change, I'm going to give Lord Radio $100,000 and shock him. So that's why I'm here today, all right? Because that was a great man. So I'm going to play a little tune for him, okay?
Thank you.